Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my July beauty favorites. They are all beauty items and I'm really excited because I got to test out a lot of new products this past month. So I've got a lot of great favorites that I want to chat about. I have quite a few products this month and the first one is a skincare product. Recently I uploaded my full skincare routine, how I take off my makeup, how I cleanse my skin and treat acne if I have any. If you haven't checked that out, I will link it down below for you guys to check out. But one of the main products that I use in this video is the Clarisonic. So this product is the Clarisonic Mia Fit. I love this little gadget. It is so neat. So essentially it is a brush head, an electronic brush head that really deep cleans the skin. It does such a great job at taking off your makeup, and I even use this guy when I'm not wearing makeup to just help cleanse my face even more. On Sephora's website, it says it's a gentle sonic cleansing device with 2 speed settings in a compact, lightweight, and waterproof design. So that's another thing that I really like about it is extremely travel friendly. It is tiny, like tiny, and the battery lasts a really long time. So I've really been liking this guy. It does such a good job at taking off my makeup. My skin really feels clean. I usually use it on the #1 setting. There's 1 and 2. 2 is a little bit more intense. I try and use 2 about once a week to really exfoliate, but for everyday use, I use it on the speed 1, and it beeps. A little vibrated beep goes off every time you're supposed to change the area of the skin. So I really like this guy. I've been using it consistently every single day, and I have seen great improvements in my skin, so I cannot say enough good things. Moving on, I have 2 foundations this month that I have been completely obsessed with. Both are drugstore, but both are completely like polar opposites. So the first one is an oldie but a goodie. I've had this for ages and I always go back to it. It's just a really great foundation that I trust and know will do really great things for my skin, especially if I need to wear a foundation for a long period of time. And that is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I love this little guy. It's just perfect. And this one is in the shade, I'm usually in the shade 220 Natural Beige, but sometimes in the winter time I go a shade lighter. But 220 is usually what I wear, and I adore this foundation. I've never had a bad reaction to it either, which is super important. The second foundation is a new one that I just reviewed on my channel. It is the L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation. I am in the shade 205 Natural Beige. I'm pretty sure, is that the same thing? Natural beige, like you can tell, that's just who I am. So I adore this foundation. As I said, these two are completely opposite. So we have one foundation that is not very matte, but pretty matte, and then we have one foundation that is more glowy, dewy, great for dry skin. As you guys know, I have oily skin, but I still wear this little bugger. I'm wearing it right now. And as you can see, it is still pretty matte in my T-zone areas, but I just really like it for the summertime. I think it gives such a beautiful sun-kissed kind of glow to the skin, and I do find it actually does wear quite well on my skin, even being oily. Yes, I do bring powder with me, but it does really do a good job and it lasts quite a long time. Moving on to the eyeballs. So the one main guy, you know you gotta have it in your favorites. I will be shocked if anybody has a favorites video this month and doesn't talk about this palette. Like, shocked. It's beautiful. It's really great. So it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. The packaging alone is just stunning. It's like a velvet, dusty lilac color, and then the inside has terrific shadows. They're primarily matte, and then you have, I think there's 3 shimmers. So really beautiful shadow color range in this palette. You can do so much with it. I'm obsessed. I use it pretty well every day. Even if I'm just dipping into one color, it's really hard not to use it right now because it's just so stunning. If you haven't gotten your hands on this one, it is really worth the money. It is the same great consistency, creamy, buttery, easy to use, easy to blend out on the eyes. As all the other shadows that Anastasia has come out with, they are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous quality. I highly recommend. These are definitely, I would say, my favorite eyeshadows on the market are definitely Anastasia's because they are so good. And I find that the palettes that they come out with are really worth the money because they're so versatile. I have quite a few of the palettes and none of them look alike, and I really have a lot of appreciation towards that. Next, I have two NYX products that I have been raving about. Recently on my Instagram page, I posted a makeup look using a very bright yellow, which I never ever expected myself to want to play with a yellow shade, but I saw this one at the drugstore and I said, wow, I need it. So this is what it looks like. It is so pigmented. It is called the NYX Hot Singles eyeshadow. This one is in STFU. You guys can figure out the acronym yourselves. Google it if you must. But I love this shadow. It's so, so beautiful. And a lot of people asked how I got it to be so bright in the makeup look. So I used this and I've been using it ever since, almost every single day, to really help intensify shadows that I want to really stand out. It is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this one is in the shade Milk, so it's just a white. So I basically use this as a cream base on the eye and kind of blend it out a little bit, and then I put the shadow directly on top. It's such a great essential tool that I feel that everyone just needs in their kit. Not just necessarily the Milk one, but the other. They have so many shades, and if you have a shadow that you really love the color, but it's just not being as bright as you want it to, which is pretty common, try layering it with a cream base. The Milk shade, the white shade, is really great because it's versatile and you can use it with whatever shade you want, but you can also find the shades that are more exact to your shadow, and that will help intensify, and I'm all about intensifying shadows. So this guy has been a lifesaver. I've really been enjoying it. I've got a couple Lippies to talk about, two Lippies in specific, and they're both kind of nude, so sorry about that. But let's talk about the NYX one first, since we've been kind of talking about NYX today. So the first lippy is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This one is in Abu Dhabi. I first got this one pretty much immediately after watching Desi Perkins' Snapchat. She was talking about how this is like her everyday nude, and I was like, dang, I need that. So I went ahead and purchased this guy, and she, of course, is right. It is just so beautiful. And one of the great things about it is it's a little bit creamier than your typical liquid lipstick, so it's super easy to apply on the go. This is what it looks like swatched. And I kid not, it's just a really great everyday nude. It's really easy to wear, it's easy to apply, and it does stay on quite a long time. So I've really been enjoying this guy. It works really well, and it's super versatile for a lot of different makeup looks. I always find it's really important to have at least one nude that you're really loving. And for me, I go in phases. Sometimes I could love a nude lipstick for months and months, and then all of a sudden I'm like, ugh, I can't stand it anymore. So I have to go and find a new one. So right now, this one is my go-to. I've been loving it. The next lippy is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick. I'm actually wearing it right now. It is in the color Dusty Rose. Ugh, it is stunning. It is that just really pretty mauvey pink shade that everyone loves. So it's that. The name kind of is really true to what it looks like, Dusty Rose. I couldn't have given it a better name myself. Last but not least, I don't think I've ever really talked about brushes on my channel before. I use a lot of different brushes, Morphe, Sigma, those guys are really my primary two. Oh, and Real Techniques. Recently I got a Luxie set, and I've really been enjoying this one. This is the 512 Small Contouring. So I don't know the best way to show you guys this, but it's just very, very small. It's a little dirty, sorry. But what I've been liking this for is not for contouring, but to apply my highlight. I just find the brush is the perfect size for this area, and it's so precise. Sometimes I use a fan brush, but often I find that I get a little out of control and I find my highlight like coming too low. So I've really been liking using this because it's just quite precise, a lot smaller, a lot easier to use and put in specific places. So that is all my favorites for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.